So we're starting our walk from the Castle Combe car park, and we'll work our way down into the main part of the village that everybody likes to see. There is an upper Castle Combe, I should say, which we're at the top of now, but the village is just further away in that direction. But today we're taking a look at the bit that all the tourists come to take a look at. So we need to walk down the hill. We've parked the car using the MI Permit app. They don't take cash here, so be aware of that at the moment. You have to use the app. I would suggest you download MI Permit before you come, just in case you have any internet connection problems. Now, the name Castle Combe comes from the obvious fact there was a castle here once on the higher ground. That's totally gone really. There are some earthworks left, a little bit of masonry apparently, but it's very overgrown and is part of the Castle Combe Golf Club, so we can't go on there and film that, not without permission, and obviously health and safety with flying golf balls, so we don't want to get into any of those. But a combe is a valley, Old English word, so it's a wooded valley. So you've got a lot of villages in England with the name Combe in them, sometimes spelled slightly different ways. You'll see variations of that, but a combe is this sort of valley through here. And some people have the surname Combes, because obviously in the past, when surnames were placed on people, they lived in a combe. So we just come to the main sort of village road here. And we'll work our way down. This is the Cotswolds, which in England is described as an area of outstanding natural beauty. So an area of outstanding natural beauty, and it certainly is. We're in the southern part of the Cotswolds. The city of Bath just gets the furthest sort of southernish point. Here in Castle Combe, we're not too far from the market town of Corsham and Chippenham. And that's kind of the very lower edges of the Cotswolds. So with the Cotswolds, you get the Cotswold stone buildings. Now down here in Castle Combe, this has been a medieval village, but the sort of last of the building was really around about the year 1600. So you're going to see a lot of very old buildings. We'll give you a good look at those as we go around. Hillside Cottage, appropriately named. And again, you can just see the beautiful buildings here. This is School Lane, because that was the school for many years. Let me zoom in. To work our way down now. This lovely wooded valley. Lots of walks down here as well. You can go, it's a 5.5 mile circular walk you can do, but that would be very muddy in view of all the rain that we've had right now. So we had a couple of dry days, would you believe, or so that's good. Now we can just see the school poking over the top of the hill. Now I'll give you some facts about the village as we go around it as well. So listen out for those and anything we can discover on the way. So this was the Jubilee 1977, Queen Elizabeth II. So built in the same Cotswold stone. Now going down this hill isn't too bad. Obviously coming back up it will be a little bit tiring. But it is beautiful down here. It's a lovely sunny day. It's March the 8th today. A cold wind, so I hope the wind noise doesn't come across the microphone. I've got it muffled, but hopefully it won't disturb you too much as we work our way down. Now this is the old museum. Unfortunately it closed in 2011. I did go in it years ago before it closed, and all the artifacts are held in storage, so maybe one day they'll be put on display. Watch out for the free-range children. And as the road levels out a little bit more, we'll be in the main part of the village we've come to see today. There's a manor house here, which is now a hotel. And the manor house goes back obviously a long time, because it's like the village owners, if you like, would have been in the manor house. The village was owned for 5 centuries by the Scropes family until 1866, when it was sold to the Gorst family. And the castle, well, that was built, I believe it's about, what was it now? I've got the note here somewhere for you. Yeah, 1140. The castle was built in 1140. So I'll tell you a little bit more about the village once we're in there. Just want to show you the whole walk really as we come down. And let you explore it with me. Now, if you're not a subscriber yet to Roland's Travels, please do click that subscribe button. It really helps the channel to grow, keeps me motivated to get out and make more videos. And now the weather is improving, that's something I intend very much to do, to get out, investigate places, show you them, share them with you, and enjoy the fine scenery and information and then the history we can find out. Now, you'd appreciate this place in the summer can absolutely be heaving. And now we're getting into the main part of the village, as you can see. I'll zoom in now, but we will be walking down there. And I'm going to cross the road so we can see the houses here, get them in view. Beautiful scallop shell over the door frame there. You can just see the age of these buildings. They are 400 years old plus, and the church just peeking over the buildings there. That's St Andrews. So we're going to go down and examine all of this. We'll take a look at all the various features we can find. But we'll have a look and find out more. So we've got the Castle Inn on the right. We're back. Look at all the nooks and crannies. It's the malt house. And again, I'll cross the road in a minute and give you a view from the other side. Try and get as much footage as we can. It's the White Hart pub. Got some scaffolding up at the minute. For those that like motorbikes, we'll give you a shot of one of those. Definitely not 1600s. Might be CC wise. That's the old buttercross there that was rebuilt in the late 19th century from old masonry. And here we have the market cross here. And one of the village water pumps. Castle in from this direction, and we have the church down there. We'll take a look down there in a moment. That goes round to the back of the hotel there. Very appropriately castellated. Just look at the lean of the frontage of the pub there. That's old movement, isn't it? So that's down to the Manor House Hotel. Quite expensive if you are planning a stay there. And this little village was built on wool, medieval times. The Bybrook River actually did dry up, or dried up, it slowed down its flow, which changed the scene somewhat. We'll take a look at that in a moment, tell you more about it. Before we do, go down to the village, we'll take a walk around to the church area. So this church has a medieval faceless clock, possibly the oldest working one in England.
They've got like a horse going over a lower tank going over a hall.
Take a look inside a moment. Morning, you alright? Now we're approaching the far end of the church where the faceless clock is situated, so we'll take a look at that. This has been brought down from the tower to the ground floor. That means the pendulum you can see now and all the works, which is nice, and the stone weight on the right hand side obviously powers the clock. There's an electric motor now that drives the stone back to the top, so no one has to wind it every day by moving the stone back upwards. Castle Combe has been used as a film set many times, including The War Horse and Dr. Dolittle. Now this is Sir Walter de Stanville, Baron of Castle Combe, who died in 1270. When the legs are crossed at the knees, that means he took part in 2 crusades, once if it's at the ankles and 3 if it's at the thighs. Well, that's how the story goes anyway. So we've just got the church behind me, just going over this extension to the cemetery, and I can hear the running water of the Bybrook over that way. So I didn't do a commentary inside the church, but I've show you the faceless clock in there, and I will put a voiceover on that for you. Let's just look back at some of the houses, back round to the church tower. So we'll just take a walk around to the left now. One of these very old graves here. Just imagine all the history that's buried here. This looks like it goes into the area of the Manor Hotel. So we'll just walk through this gateway, have a quick look. Yeah, beautiful old weavers' cottages. And then we'll go now back to the gateway we came in and carry on through the village where the market cross was, down to the Bybrook River, and see what we can find on the way down there. So here we have the old courthouse. Just amazing old timbers, aren't they, as you look at them. So let's take a walk alongside these old cottages, taking into account both sides. A war memorial here, as well as the ones in the church. Reading Room Cottage. we don't get too many cars through here, which is just as well. You see the woods behind the houses along the valley hillside. Those old timbers and old over a bricked up window there. Imagine. Little gift shop. Cross over. See it from the other side as well. Look at the age of these buildings as we walk past them. The little filial there is very old as well, sat on the end. That says Riverside House. Now we're coming to the area now where they filmed Dr. Dolittle many years ago with Rex Harrison. A friend of mine actually worked on the film set back then, helping to build it as a carpenter. There we are. This is probably one of the most famous shots in Castle Combe coming up now. Go on the bridge as well. Wybrook is in good flow today. We've got an entrance here to the manor house. So please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. That always helps as well. And if you have a comment, please do drop a comment in the box. It'd be great to hear from you. So thank you. It's Roland here saying goodbye for now, and we'll see you in a future video. Take care.